Today we are going to start kinematics, and this is the first lecture of unit 4, right. So, first of all we should know the particle dynamics. In very beginning I told you that we have kinematics and kinetics. In kinematics, we study the motion of the particle without referring to the forces causing motion, This is the branch of dynamics which is kinematics. Okay. And another branch of dynamics which is kinetics. In kinetics we study the motion along with the forces causing motion, right. After that we should know what is the motion and what are the types of the motion. So, motion if a body is said to be in motion, if it is changing its position, with respect to a reference point, right. It is reference point is very much important. Suppose a person is moving with his vehicle. Okay. A person is moving with his vehicle. Okay. Then the person is said to be in motion. Then the person will be in motion if our reference point is road. With reference to ground, the person will be in motion. Okay. And if the reference point is the vehicle which is moving also with the same speed as the person is moving, therefore, the person will be at rest with reference to vehicle. Okay. So, the reference point is very much important. Okay. Say for example, center of earth is the reference point for the study of satellite motion. Okay. Satellite motion, the reference point is the center of earth. Center of sun is the reference point in case of study of motion of solar system. Okay. Mass center of solar system is used as a reference for the study of interplanetary system. Okay. So, reference point is important. Next, look in this diagram. This diagram shows the types of the motion with few with some pictorial diagrams. Okay. So, type of motion random it is if no specific path, random motion, no specific path. Okay. So, it is not so much important. Translation, okay, this one category, translation motion in which all particles are moving. Body describes identical trajectory, means if the body is moving in a trajectory, identical trajectory, all the particles of the body is moving in identical trajectory. Okay. Say if particle of the body is moving in this horizontal plane, in this horizontal plane. So, it can be if the particle is moving along curved path, okay. If this plane is curved type of curved, if this plane is curved, then the particle is moving, if the particle is moving in this fashion, then all the particles are following the same trajectory. Okay. So, translation motion can be rectilinear, What is rectilinear? Rectilinear means straight line, linear motion. Okay. In this car is moving in a straight line in this highway. Okay. Curvilinear, this one. Okay. If road is in this hilly areas, if in hilly areas it is going downward, upward. Okay. So, it is in curvilinear. Okay. It is curvilinear type of motion. Circular, if the trajectory is circular, means if the body of the particle are moving in a circular form. Okay. Then so this is the case of translational motion. Rotational, okay, suppose this fan is moving along a fixed point, okay, along some fixed point. Okay. What is the difference between this one rotational and this circular? Okay. There is a difference. Let us take the example of road. Okay. If there is one if there is one road and there is another road, okay, and we need to come in this, we need to follow this road. Okay. So, how the roads are going to connect? These roads are connected with the help of some curve, Okay. So, motion along this type of curve, okay, that is meaning of this translation. Okay. But in rotational means if it is rotating with some particular axis, say water filled in this beaker, if we are rotating, if the water is rotating, okay, about this axis, then that type of motion is under rotational. Oscillatory, okay, is a periodic motion, okay, to and fro motion about its rest position. Okay. Now, let us differentiate the distance and displacement. Distance is a scalar quantity, first difference, and displacement is a vector quantity. Okay. Other difference is that distance is the total length of a path through which a body moves, Okay. Say look here, look in this diagram. If particle is moving from A to D, okay, if particle has to go from A to D, okay, if it is moving along A, B, C, okay, by this path, okay. So, distance will be A, B, C, D. Okay. This will be the distance. This is the distance. Okay. And if from point D, body starts moving in this path and reaches to its original point A. Okay. Then the what will be the total distance? Total distance, okay, total distance, it is this one, this one, this one, it is the total distance. Okay. But the displacement, would be 0. Why? Because the motion started from point A and it ended at the same point. Okay. When so displacement, value of displacement is 0. Okay. When body is going from A to D, then what is the displacement? Displacement is this one, dotted line is this one is the displacement. This one is the displacement. Okay. This one is the displacement. Let us take one more example. If a person starts moving at this point, okay, at this point, suppose he is going in this direction, then in this direction, then in this direction, okay, say again in this direction, say this direction. Suppose this length is L1, L2, L3 and L4. Okay. So, suppose this point is A, this point is B, this is the starting point, this is the finish point. So, the total distance travelled by the person, it will be L1 plus L2 plus L3 plus L4, but the displacement is this one, displacement is this one, this one is the displacement, right. The next thing is difference between speed and velocity. Okay, speed and velocity. Speed is scalar quantity, this is a scalar quantity, velocity, this is a vector quantity. Okay. If a vehicle is moving, with the speed of 40 kilometer per hour, if vehicle is moving with the speed of 40 kilometer per hour. Okay. And if we are saying that the vehicle is moving with the speed of 40 kilonewton meter in east direction or west direction, then that speed has magnitude as well as direction, then it is velocity. So, when speed is identified with the direction, then it is velocity. Okay. So, you can say that the magnitude of the velocity is a speed, magnitude of the velocity is the speed, right. Let us start rectilinear motion, rectilinear, okay, or you can say is a linear motion. Okay. In rectilinear motion, okay, if we are plotting distance, not distance, displacement actually. Okay. This is the displacement. Okay. Displacement. If this is the distance and time, this is the graph of distance and displacement versus time. Okay. If this graph is coming, okay, if after the plotation, if we find this graph, then what it's mean? What it's mean? It means that particle is moving with constant velocity. Why constant velocity? Because velocity is the rate of change of displacement, is the rate of change of displacement, is the rate of change of displacement, means in particular time, okay, displacement per unit time, displacement per unit time, velocity is the displacement per unit time. Okay. So, in this part it is in this part it is same slope, okay, it is same slope. So, velocity is same. Okay. This one graph it also has same slope, but steeper, okay, it is steeper than this. So, this path has greater velocity, okay, is moving with, this particle is moving with higher velocity as compared to this one, right. Look in this diagram, the variation of s and t, it is not a straight line, it is not linear, it is in curve. That is why velocity is changing, with respect to time. Okay. If this is this type of thing, then the velocity is increasing, okay, velocity is increasing, and if this one if decline type of shape, okay, every time we are getting positive slope, okay, positive slope means velocity is going to increase. Okay. If it is negative, if theta is negative, then the velocity is going to decrease. And for this, if the graph is the plot of displacement versus time is straight, then what it's mean? Particle is at rest in static condition. Okay, it is not going to move. Okay. If we have this one, this is declining, okay, and the slope is negative, that is why velocity is continuously reducing, right. So, the next thing is acceleration. Acceleration is what? This is the rate of change of velocity in particular time, change of velocity per unit time is the acceleration. Okay. In and if we plot velocity versus time graph, okay, and if this one thing, if we get this one plot, then what it's mean? It's mean acceleration is 0, at every time velocity is same, at every time from t is equal to t, velocity is same, acceleration is 0, means uniform velocity. Okay. This is the case of uniform velocity, uniform motion, right. If we are getting this type of plot between velocity and time, then this slope is what? This slope is a acceleration, okay, acceleration, and it is constant, So, the velocity is increasing with constant acceleration, Okay. This is in this case is the same case, okay, non-uniform, it will be non-uniform motion, but it is A is slope, since slope is negative. So, it is acceleration is negative. So, deceleration, okay, velocity is going to down. Okay. in this graph, the variation of velocity and time is through curve, that is why acceleration is varying, acceleration is also varying. Okay. So, these may be the conditions of rectilinear motion. Okay. These graphs are very much important in solving the questions, Okay. What is V? V is, I told you, it is ds by dt. Okay. So, what is ds? ds is V into dt. Okay. So, by integrating, okay, we will get S, total distance, displacement. So, displacement is what? This is what? Area under which one? Vt graph. Means within particular time interval from 0 to 2, the covered area will be the distance S. Okay. Some particular time, this covered area, it will show the distance. Okay. Distance. Okay. We will use this type of thing in solving the question. Okay. So, in case of stationary, we know that we have 0 value of acceleration, 0 acceleration, okay, and 0 velocity, 0 acceleration, okay, and displacement with respect to time, it remains same. Okay, it remains same. So, this type of graph, if we have this type of graph, then it means particle is stationary. For constant velocity, we have seen, okay, constant velocity means value of a is equal to 0, with respect to time. Okay. Every we have plotted, this picture shows the plot of displacement, velocity and acceleration with respect to time. Okay. So, at every time acceleration value is 0. Okay. Constant velocity. So, at every at different time interval, velocity is constant and this one is slow. Okay. Constant acceleration means at different time interval we have constant value of acceleration. Okay. Then this graph is linear and this is curvilinear. Okay. This is curvilinear. Okay. So, it is what will be the V will be the function of some constant value. Okay. Say this value is a. So, it is constant value. Here what is the what will be the that will be the at plus b. Okay. It is in this form. Okay. Here in this a is equal to acceleration, it will be here a and this a is different. Okay. This is constant. So, it is constant value. Okay. And this s, it will be the at plus t square type of thing, quadratic. Okay. So, we will derive the equations, we can derive the equations using that relationships. Okay. So, first of all we will derive the equation of motion, in case of non-uniform motion. Okay. So, uniform, okay, this one, yes, for uniform velocity. Okay. What will be the equation of motion for uniform velocity? We have seen this situation is for uniform velocity. So, here a is equal to 0, means dv equals to okay, not giving anything. So, here v is equal to ds by dt. So, ds is v into dt, right. So, integrating this, integrate, if we integrate, okay, since v is constant, so take outside from the integral. So, this is s, that is equals to v into t, okay. Say for time interval, within time interval from t1 to t2, okay, from t1 to t2. So, it will be v into t2 minus t1, okay. So, displacement is velocity multiplied by time interval, So, this is the equation in case of uniform velocity, okay, and it is the graph of this one, okay. So, total travel distance is travel displacement is v into t, okay. We can also find, okay, because this is the v into t, okay. In case of non-uniform motion, okay, with uniform acceleration, means a is equal to constant, okay. So, in previous case we have only one equation of motion, okay. In this question, equation of motion, okay, let us consider this a is equal to, since a is equal to dv by dt, then first equation of motion, we are going to derive first equation of motion. So, so we have dv is equal to a into dt, okay. Integrating, if we are integrating this, since a is constant, so take it outside. So, what we will have v, okay, and say limit, we should put the limit v from u to v, okay, and from 0 to t. So, what we will get? We will get v minus u is equal to a into t. So, what is the equation? V is equal to u plus a t. So, this is first equation, okay. If we do not put the limit, okay, if we are integrating only this dv is equal to a integration dt, then we will have v is equal to a t plus constant c, and constant c value we can calculate at t is equal to 0, v is equal to what? Initial velocity u. So, c is u. So, same we are getting the same since u plus a t. So, this is the equation number 1. Second is equation look here, ds by dt. So, ds is equal to what? ds is equal to v into dt, okay. V is varying. So, let us put it u plus a t into dt, okay. U is initial velocity, a is constant. So, no problem, integrate it, okay, and after integrating, what we will get? U t plus half a t square. So, it is the second equation, right. Now, third equation of motion, it is since a is equal to dv by dt. So, a is equal to dv by ds into ds by dt, okay. So, what is ds by dt? Dt is, it is v into dv by ds, okay. So, this is a. So, a into ds is equal to v into dv. Now, integrate it, what we are getting? We will get from u to v, okay, from 0 to s, okay. So, we are getting v square is equal to u square plus 2 a s, and this is third equation of motion, okay. So, in next class we will use these equations to solve the questions. Okay. So, thank you very much.